What former NBA players became hugely successful businessmen after retirement? Recently, fans spotted a familiar face at the Camden Fair in China. Mohamed Bamba, once viewed as a Dwight Howard-type prospect, was waived by the Toronto Raptors back in January and has basically stepped away from basketball. But surprisingly, he showed up in China doing business instead. Bamba seemed really interested in testing out an electric wheelchair designed for people with disabilities at the Camden Fair. Bamba even posted his badge online, and it literally identified him as an overseas buyer. Although Bamba was born in the United States and holds American citizenship, both of his parents are immigrants from Côte d'Ivoire, while his family roots trace back to Mali. So his appearance at the Camden Fair was probably tied to sourcing products through African business connections. Funny enough, his basketball career never really took off, but after leaving the league, he may have found a new lane in cross-border trade. And honestly, there are plenty of former NBA players who became even more successful in business after retirement. Take Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal, for example. Jordan receives lifetime royalty payments from Nike, owns his own brand, once owned an NBA franchise, and has invested in wine, motorsports, professional fishing, and several other industries. According to Forbes in 2026, his net worth sits at around $4.3 billion. Shaq may not have Jordan-level wealth, but his investment instincts are elite. He became an early investor in companies like Google and Tesla before they exploded in value. His total net worth is now reportedly above $700 million. Then there's the highly controversial Finals MVP, Andre Iguodala. During his 19-year NBA career, he earned roughly $180 million in salary. After retirement, he invested in companies like Twitter and Tesla. Honestly, Iguodala's investment might even be sharper than Shaq's. He especially loves high-upside tech startups. For example, he invested in Zoom during its angel round. Then the global environment in 2019 caused Zoom's user base to explode, and Iguodala reportedly made more than 40 times his original investment. If Iguodala had entered investing with Jordan or Shaq-level money, who knows how rich he'd be right now. Now let's talk about some lesser-known examples. Back in 1975, the Milwaukee Bucks selected Junior Bridgman with the 8th overall pick. He averaged just 13.6 points for his career, never made an all-star team, and never won a championship. But after retiring, he bought 3 fast food restaurants and entered the business world. At his peak, he owned more than 450 franchise restaurants. Then in 2016, he sold them all and pivoted into Coca-Cola's bottling business, eventually controlling one of the largest Coca-Cola bottling operations in North America. At one point, he was ranked as the 4th richest retired athlete in the world. Remember Kevin Martin, the awkward-looking shooter who played for the Sacramento Kings and Houston Rockets? His NBA salary earnings barely crossed $80 million. But in 2019, he bought Australia's NBL team, the Brisbane Bullets. Then he returned to the NBA investment world, used outside capital to expand into real estate and tech, and reportedly built a net worth approaching $200 million. When people talk about NBA one-hit wonder players, I immediately think of Michael Carter-Williams, the 11th pick by the Philadelphia 76ers in 2013. In his very first NBA game against the Miami Heat, he dropped 22 points, 7 rebounds, 12 assists, and 9 steals, nearly a quadruple-double. Then his career declined quickly, and he faded out of the spotlight. So what's MCW doing now? You know the NIL system in college sports, right? The rule that allows college athletes to make money off their own name, image, and likeness. Cooper Flagg reportedly made $28 million in NIL earnings during just 1 year at Duke University. That NIL system officially launched in 2021, but MCW actually founded an agency back in 2020, specifically focused on NIL representation for college athletes. NBA agents usually take around 3% commission. MCW's company reportedly takes anywhere from 10% to 20% from college NIL deals. He now represents more than 200 college athletes. That alone tells you how much money he's probably making. Compared to all these former players, Bamba may still be far behind, But finding something meaningful outside of basketball is already a win. Some players are simply born with basketball talent, but beyond that, their personalities or strengths might fit other industries better. And honestly, sometimes changing lanes is exactly how people finally find success.